All right, ladies and gents, we're back here with some Diablo. Not on screen right now, but I have everything muted right now because boys and girls of the Diablo sphere, we have Season 11 being talked about, I guess, on live streams with interview the developers. Haven't watched any of them just yet. I've been busy, but I did check out a video from Rex talking about the blog post that they put up. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, if all this works out the way I'm thinking in my head on paper, dude, Season 11, Diablo 4 is finally becoming an awesome game. I liked Diablo 4 a lot. Obviously, I still played a lot, right? Stream it. I still enjoy the game, right? Still fun. But even I'm like, we need something. And we got something. The devs said, hold my beer, when everyone's like, hey, make a better game. So the things that stood out to me is this. The capstone dungeon format is coming back. So you have to clear a harder dungeon to get the next difficulty tier, which I like. I appreciate that. That's actually a cool little like grind, a little climb for leveling that breaks up the monotony. They're redesigning how the monsters behave and combat design in general. So health potions changes, fortitude changes, armor changes, resistance changes, combat changes, I guess. Monsters are going to be harder to kill. They're going to hit harder, and they're actually going to like be smarter, which I don't know what that means entirely, but I like the idea of combat being harder and the game getting more difficult via changes. The capstone dungeon's also a good thing, like I said earlier. We're also getting the tower, which honestly sounds like Greater Rifts copy-paste, which I don't hate. I like them. I like Greater Rifts. I just hope that they are accessible and playable. The reason why we can do the pit right now is because the pit is mostly a straightforward spot or a mode, so it's hard to really get lost in the pit. The timer is a problem, which is shorter. The tower's timer is shorter than the pit. It's not long. It's only 10 minutes. I think the tower will be possible. It's just a matter of people trying and seeing how that works. So not only do we have the tower, which is essentially Greater Rifts, but there's a reason to play the tower, and we got leaderboards, beta testing, right? We'll see if they actually get implemented, what's going on. But so between the tower and the capstones and the combat redesigns, I'm hooked. I'm like, dude, I want this. I want to try it myself. Of course, it's only on PC for the bit testing. I don't have a PC copy of the game. But yeah, like everything on paper sounds good. I like the capstone and I like the tower the most because it gives us reasons to stay on the game and keep playing the game and like work towards something. Like you're actually competing on a leaderboard against your friends or your clan or whatever. Like there's reasons to stick on the game. And that's always been one of my biggest complaints is like, I have fun with the game, right? It's like, oh yeah, run Hell Tide or whatever. But like, why am I going to stay in the game, right? Even like, I'll have fun with it, sure, obviously, but eventually it's like, all right, I'm kind of bored. Like now what, right? And I'll say this, like season 10 is still my favorite season so far, out of all the 10 seasons. 2 was pretty good, 4 was good, whatever. But 10 being the way the powers have worked, the perks, they're not really powers in this season, they're perks, and the Chaos Armor. Like everything, and the Infernal Hordes and the Chaos Hordes, like everything has played up so that Season 10 is awesome. And if they're building from Season 10 to 11, and this is just the PTR they want tested, the masterworking changes, tempering changes, I'm not a big fan of the tempering changes right now. The tempering, so what they're doing is they're making the items have 4 stat lines like they used to, and your 5th stat line will come from 1 temper. You only got 1 stat for tempering, which I'm like, okay, I guess fine. But you can pick which temper, which I like the idea of picking it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, we got to test it. And then the masterworking, how I understood it was instead of just adding stats like 5% to your stats each time, it's basically like a rating system. And then like your 20th upgrade will be a random greater affix. Like which I do like the idea of like, hey, you can actually there's an end goal to your gear upgrading, which is at some point one of your 5 stat lines will be a greater affix. That's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like I think I'd feel better about the masterworking idea if you still kept your stats as they are, and maybe still had it so that there was a random one that would get multiplied by 1.5 or whatever it is, like we have it now. But the 20th level is the greater affix, and maybe it's not. Maybe the 5th, 10th, 15th levels or 20th or whatever they're due like a 1.25. Like it's not like double, right? But it's a little higher than. I I don't know. I think the tempering and the masterworking are the two things where I'm like, I don't know about that. Everything else I heard about, like the way the health potions are being redesigned, the renown, maybe, I don't know. I don't like the idea of like having to, like, do you have to farm renown every season again? Like that is another thing that I'm like, okay, what's going on with that? But like aside from the tempering, masterworking, and the renown little whatever's going on with that, those are my three biggest like question marks. I guess we'll find out in the PTR and stuff like that. But definitely for me, like I'm more excited to play Diablo than I've been in a while. Like don't get me wrong, season 10, I'm having fun with it. I'm playing pulverized big bow bear, just smashing everything, right? But you know, it's like getting dry. It's like, come on, dudes, what are we doing? And it's like we got the tower, like giving us a reason to stay on the game is like the biggest thing for me. And attempting to make the game harder with the monsters being smarter, and they're changing some of the affixes and effects on mobs and the basic guys. So the basic guys should be smarter and harder to kill too. So it's not just, I don't know. So we'll see how, and I guess the bosses are supposed to be more I don't know what's going on with that, but new world boss. That's cool. New content, new thing happening. Cool. Like there, like, I don't know, like season 11 is, I'm like stumbling over my words because I'm legitimately excited between Diablo season 11, Black Ops 7 doing their thing, and MK1. Like I'm like, dude, all my things I want to play are like hitting on all cylinders, right? So yeah, Diablo 4, I guess I may have to redo my whole freaking text guide depending on how things shake up and what's going on. This is before the season and the expansion theme and changes. Like this, it's crazy. There's a lot happening in Diablo 4 right now, gentlemen and ladies and adventurers and wanderers and Nephilim. Oh wait, Nephilim isn't canon, right? Because D3, everyone hates D3. Anyway, I don't know about that. I was just talking shit. But yeah, D4, dude, season 11. What do y'all think of what you guys know about it? Because I'm hype. I'm like legitimately excited to play D4, and it's like you can actually put up, here's my best run or here's my second best run. Like what happened? What went wrong? It's like, let's go, dude. I'm excited.